Hello everyone. I wanted to do a video today about Donna's motives, and I've waited a while to do this video because I wanted to make sure that I had all of the motives that I believe that from the state's evidence and through watching the trial that I feel like I've compiled a list of motives that are Donna's motives that led to the murder of Dan Markel. And I'm not saying that Donna ordered this hit or that she is guilty. All I'm saying is that some of these motives are what led to the murder of Dan Markel, whether it was through the murder for hire or motives that other people took on from Donna's motives. So let's just jump right into it. I think that the top motive that Donna felt was really holding back Wendy not being able to move to South Florida with her children because of the custody agreement. And this involved a lot of travel for Donna and Harvey to go see the children, which meant having to take on less patients, more workload on Charlie. That was a strain on the family, whether we understand it or not. I just know that that was discussed in the case, that was a major thing, getting Wendy to South Florida so the kids could have more time with their grandparents and less travel away from the Adelson Institute, which is now closed, which we found from Yelp. Okay, so the next thing I believe was a motive for Donna was to stop this legal battle and all of the money that they were funneling into this divorce. I believe that Donna and Harvey were the ones footing most of the bills for Wendy's divorce, and it was very expensive. And I believe that probably more than anything at the time, they wanted to stop having to pay Wendy's expensive lawyers, and they wanted Wendy to have primary custody and stop having to pay these bills and having to travel as much to see the kids. And the next thing that I believe Donna's motive was, she was very close to Charlie, and I believe that more than anything she wants to make her children happy and make Charlie happy, because I believe that Charlie got angry when he probably had to take on more patients and watch the Adelson Institute and probably maybe even help out with some of these legal bills. And so maybe Donna believed that getting Wendy to South Florida would make Charlie happy because then Harvey wouldn't have to travel as much. That's a complicated one. I'm not sure. We'll go more into that in Charlie's motives. All right, so the main thing that Donna probably wanted Wendy to have from this settlement was, from the divorce, was a settlement of money that was from selling the house and their assets. And I believe that she just wanted Wendy to just move on from this and get her money and probably hide the assets that Wendy was wanting to hide from the settlement and reach an agreement, and just think that she just wanted this to benefit Wendy and have Wendy get as much money as she needed to raise the kids. And so money was definitely a motive for Wendy and for the Adelson family to stop having to pay for this expensive divorce. And then the last thing that I realized in this past week was, I believe that the straw that broke the camel's back was when Dan started going after Wendy's law license. And I believe that any parent who would pay for a child's expensive law school and undergraduate and graduate programs. I believe she went to Brandeis University, then studied at Cambridge. Then I believe she studied a little bit Miami University, where she met Dan. But those are expensive programs. No matter where you go to school, law programs are very expensive. And the fact that Dan was threatening to take away Wendy's law license probably enraged the Adelsons. And I'm not saying that that's what led to murder, but I'm saying that maybe people who caught wind of that took matters into their own hands and felt like this anger and rage was warranting a murder for hire. So these are just some of Donna's motives. I'm going to do a few other videos that I haven't done yet about Charlie's motives and also Wendy's motives. And stay tuned for those and more question and answers to come, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a wonderful holiday season.